Hello, it's Dr. Darnese, and welcome back into the channel. And today we're talking about a black girl and a lip gloss. Y'all know this lip gloss, right? You know it by the shape of it, right? Got another one, the iridescent one. Can a black girl and a lip gloss change the world? hmm Well, I was doing some research for my Substack um, article and for my book 50 something, which I'm working on. And I came across this figure. Black women bring $1.9 trillion to the marketplace. Our buying power, just black women alone, 1.9 trillion. Yeah, Target should have thought about that, right? Target should have thought about that. Now they're having to suffer the repercussions when we don't go up in their establishment, right? We know other ethnic groups come into our neighborhoods because black women are going to spend money. And that $1.9 trillion is spent especially on beauty, on hair, on fashion, on entertainment, and travel. And so, what I wanted to say, because I'm doing this research and writing what I'm writing, you know that girl Rihanna set the whole cosmetic industry on end with this lip gloss. And I used to talk about this in the classroom, right, when I was still teaching full time in the university. And I would teach a course on, well, lots of different courses. But when I started talking about, Black people and our contributions, we would talk about Rihanna and the difference she made with this little lip gloss, right? Because y'all remember when this came out, and this just really changed the world, so to speak. It changed the beauty world, it changed the cosmetic world because she did something unique. What did she do? Aside from making a really, really good product, now we know a lot of celebrities put their name on something and it may or may not be good, but she made a really, really good lip gloss. What was so good about this? Oh, I'm going to show you that. As we all know, this lip gloss was so amazing because it is not sticky. It goes on really well, really smoothly. It's moisturizing and it's not sticky and tacky. I have some on now. I have some lipstick on and the gloss over. And that makes a huge difference. Okay, here's the iridescent one if you haven't seen this in Sephora or Ulta. Um, it looks purple, but it's sheer. That made all the difference to have a lip gloss that's not sticky, tacky, it's smooth, and it is moisturizing. Okay, so Rihanna, a little brown girl from the Caribbean, changed the game because what she announced, it was like, oh, I can show you better than I can tell you. She announced to the legacy cosmetic brands, y'all haven't considered the needs and wants of women of color, Black women, and all these women around the world who are various shades of brown and beige. hmm And she's like, okay, no worries. I'll do it. Like many Black women, right? If you want something done right, I'll just do it myself. hmm She didn't ask to come to their table. She did not ask Estee Lauder and Lancome or MAC or, you know, these legacy companies. L'Oreal. She said, oh, hold my umbrella. And she went into the lab with her partners and created Fenty Beauty and came out with this lip gloss that really set the market on end. Then they're in a tizzy. And then she came out with all those shade ranges for her foundation. 50 shade ranges. The other legacy companies are now chasing. Now they got to catch up. Now there's the Rihanna effect, the Fenty effect, right? So what am I saying here in this video? This video is to remind us, to remind you as a Black woman, listen, you bring a lot to the table. Other people don't even recognize it until you really step up, right? They don't recognize what they've lost until you've gone. If it's in a workplace, if it's in a relationship, Even your own kids, it could be like, as kids, they don't necessarily appreciate all that you do until they get a little bit older, right? Or until you stop doing it, until you stop cooking every day, right? Coming home from work and then you're cooking every day. And then when they get to be older and you say, I'm not going to be cooking every day. And then they notice. Okay, so it happens like that a lot in our society, in our workplaces, and in our relationships, especially in churches. God knows in churches, if it wasn't for Black women, churches would have to close because it is Black women who show up week after week. It is Black women who contribute our money and our resources and our time. hmm So this video is meant to remind you, all of us, right, that we bring $1.9 trillion to the marketplace, right? We are powerful. We are now at the point of empowering others, like boldly, loudly, not just doing, but actually showing up and saying, showing up and showing out, as they say. And that's what Rihanna has done. A Black girl and her lip gloss changed the whole cosmetic game because then all these companies started expanding their foundation shade range. Now, some of them had, right? They had already started to move into the world of brown skin, but not like Rihanna and her 50 shades, right? So now you can go and you see, oh, Lancome has all these shade range. Oh, Estee Lauder has all these shade range. Oh, you go in the drugstore, L'Oreal and Revlon, they have all these shade ranges. hmm What difference does a Black girl and a lip gloss make? Rihanna changed the game. Now think about in your own life, what is it that you bring that people are taking for granted? What is it? There's something that you do really well or something that you do just by showing up. People take it for granted. I just want you to remember your value. That's what this video is really about. Remembering your value and that even when the society has dismissed what you bring, they have dismissed who you are, you remember who you are. You remember your value, right? You remember that 𝐾𝐨 song, My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard? I know you do. Unless you're too young to remember it. You better remember that your milkshake brings all the boys to the yard and that one Black girl and a lip gloss changed the whole game. Go in Sephora, go in Ulta, and whose product is up front? Fenty. In the process, she made herself a billionaire. Okay. All right, y'all. So I'm going to leave it there. I just, came on here to do something real quick because I was writing that article and I was like, you know what? This is a message that Black women need to just remember. It's not that we don't know. We just need to be reminded because we live in a society that is continually like knocking at us, right? And there's a whole group of Black people, Black men online whose hobby, whose job seems to be that they're just going to knock Black women. And I don't give them, much credence out here. I just decided I'm going to go over here and create my channel. Black women deserve more. I'm not going to spend my time trying to re-educate or prove those people wrong. Because you know what? They are invested in that. They might be making money off of us, right? By talking bad about Black women. They're making money with their views and their subscribers and what have you. Or it's their hobby, or it's a reflection of their own emotional wounds, shall we say. Whatever it is, I don't have to chase that. I don't have to try to argue that down. I just come over here and create something else for us. So keep that in mind too when you're out here in this internet streets. You don't have to wrestle it to the ground and make other people see you, make other people value you. Just keep doing what you're doing, glowing, being hydrated, minding your business, and doing all the things that you decide you want to do. So anyway, again, join me on Substack. You'll find the full article over there. I hope you'll subscribe. As I said, I'm going to be working on 50 something, so it's the sequel to 40 something. So you'll be getting, kind of blogs that are leading me into the finished product of 50 something. So please do join me over there. All right, bye for now.